Well, on that provocative note, we will think about that, and thank you very much for that presentation, for raising those points. I think it's very important, especially about the Saudi money as well, that we all know about. Nazir, do you want to come up and join us? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I'd like to introduce Dr. Nazir Bhatti now. I think we've got this straight now in the program. Okay. So Dr. Bhatti has been campaigning for equal rights for Christians in Pakistan since 1985. He's president of the Pakistan Christian Congress. They have a website, pakistanchristiancongress.org. He's publisher of the Pakistan Christian Post. He's led numerous protests, hunger strikes, rallies, and marches with other leaders and members of the Pakistan Christian Congress to condemn the discriminatory laws in Pakistan. Before being forced to flee to the United States for safety, he was arrested many times in Pakistan for advocating basic human rights and on behalf of persecuted Christians in Pakistan. He challenged the blasphemy law through a petition in the Lahore High Court and the Supreme Court of Pakistan, and has also challenged the Hudud ordinance, which I'm assuming you're going to tell us more about. The government of Pakistan registered 21 false cases of treason and blasphemy against him on February 13, 1998 in Karachi for leading a protest against the burning of Christian villages, especially the village of Shanti Nagar in Punjab by extremist Muslims. So, Dr. Bhatti, please come to the
Thank you very much, Dr. Ramila, Dr. Ali, Mr. Spencer. It is a great pleasure for me that I have seen personally Dr. Spencer today. His articles in Jihad Watch have been very encouraging for us, and a lot of our Pakistani Christians, they read that and they appreciate his articles in Jihad Watch. And when they cover our persecution incidents in Jihad Watch, we much more appreciate you, Dr. Spencer. About the comments, I'll just give an instant example of one thing. That I live in Philadelphia, and 2 years back, there was an anniversary of Daniel Pearl in Drexel University. I was there. There was one diplomat turned professor who is in Washington nowadays. He was also on the stage with the father of Daniel Pearl. And he was talking about moderate Islam and everything. After that gatherings, we went in Radisson Hotel. There were a lot of other diplomats from Pakistan also. They were in our circle in Pakistan. So I said, I will not take his name. I said, would you say all this in a Badshah Mosque in Lahore, Karachi? Can you preach all this moderate Islam in Pakistan? Or you can say it in the media, which have some reservation, but you cannot say publicly all this what you are preaching in the United States, that we are preaching moderate Islam. Because we say, when jihadis are fighting, the moderate are just thinking to start fight, and they will join them someday. Thank you very much, Dr. Roman, for this. I have only say about this like this. I am from the country which is always in news, famous country nowadays. We can hear about Pakistan in the morning news, night news, in all the shows. I belong to that country. I was born Christian in that Pakistan, which was not like this. My country, that have very beautiful high mountains like K2. This is the second after Everest. We have long, very beautiful valleys. We have meadows, we have rivers, we have deserts, and we have plains, and that's a very beautiful country. for which my forefathers, who were leading All India Christian Association in the British Raj in India, they favored for that Pakistan. We voted for that Pakistani Roundtable Conference, which was not this Pakistan, which is hijacked, and they have changed their ideology. That Pakistan was that Pakistan because we were the one who brought Punjab in this Pakistan. If Pakistan, All India Christian Associations have not voted in favor of Muslims, Punjab was going to Sikhs. It was a majority Sikh province in all subcontinent of India. But the Christians, we voted before the boundary commission, and that part came in the lot of Pakistan. But same Punjab, for which we voted, there is a 99% incident of Christian violence in that province nowadays. Thanks to Dr. Amela that he provided me an opportunity that I'll present a case of one very poor woman, illiterate woman. She is mother of 5, and she was arrested on June 16, 2009. It was not the first arrest of any woman in blasphemy law. We have already one case before this AsiaBibi, when a housemaid, illiterate Christian woman in Kasur district, he touches hand, Quran with a hand, and they charge her in a blasphemy. They said that you cannot touch Holy Quran with unclean hands. So we have a lot of such incidents from 1991 that we are facing Islamic laws in Pakistan. So especially this case, AsiaBibi case, is very important for us because it is the first death sentence to any Christian woman in blasphemy law. The Ruqayya Bibi, who was arrested under blasphemy on touching Holy Quran with dirty hands, she is in jail and observing 25 years sentence. She had two children, but she was not sentenced to death. This case first came in Pakistan when they gave him a life instead of life, they gave him the death sentence. Her case came in Lahore High Court. In the same court where I initiated my first petition against blasphemy law in 1997. The judges at that time, the division bench of Lahore High Court, headed by the Chief Justice of the same court, in his decision he wrote that we dismiss this petition on the grounds that the judges or the judiciary, they can interpret the law, they cannot repeal any law. So if you want to file any appeal against this, you can go to the Supreme Court, but we cannot touch it. What happened in AsiaBibi case? On 8th December, when there were rumors that President of Pakistan can pardon this lady, he have powers to, under section Article 45A of Constitution of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, President can pardon any accused or whoever sentenced in it. And our Home Minister, he can just scratch any first information report which is lodged with the police before the charge sheet. So these are the two powers. Recently, there have been used the powers by our Home Minister. On 10th of this month, on December 10th, one Muslim doctor, he was arrested in city of Hyderabad. That is just 100 kilometers away from city of Karachi, which is the capital of Sindh province. Dr. Naushad Valiani. He belonged to a very influential business community of Pakistan, who holds 75% of economic stake in the Sindh province. Being a doctor, one pharmaceutical company agent came to him and he gave him his visiting card. Doctor, you can use our medicine in your prescriptions. As usual, when he left, doctor took that card and he threw it in a dustbin. The agent, he was just watching from the window. He came in. He said, you have committed a blasphemy. Because on that visiting card, the name of Prophet was also printed. My name is Faiz Muhammad, and you have committed blasphemy because you have thrown a card in a dustbin on which the name Prophet Muhammad is printed. There were some arguments. Other agents also joined that Faiz Muhammad, and they just took that Dr. Naushad to the police station. When the news circled, Hyderabad is a very, not a small city, it's a very biggest city, but people are a lot of connected with each other. So the religious parties, they came to know that there is one case of blasphemy in our area. So they also came to police station. And Dr. Naushad Valiani was charged under section 295C, subject to death penalty under blasphemy law on 11th. What happened? When this news came up to Karachi, it was on the media. They took that doctor in an armored car to the Central Investigation Agency office, CIA office, and next day, that doctor was released because he was from an influential Muslim businessman community member.
The government school. This is documented as well. He said that the fights within the royal family is hurting the people of the country, which is true. They took him, they went into his house, he was sleeping, called him, he's actually a religious man. He's not, I mean, not religious, he teaches at religious school. He was sleeping, they told his wife, wake him up. He came and, they took him to prison. That's the end of the story. Just to give you some ideas about violations of human rights, and nobody talks. Another gentleman who writes to defend religious minorities in Saudi Arabia, his name is Tam Shamri, was having dinner. He was just writing that we should not treat our people, that means the Shiites and others, we should not treat them with disrespect. They are Muslims. They just believe in little something different. So what? He was having dinner with a friend of his. They came and picked him up. They didn't let him even finish his dinner. Took him to jail, and he's being, both of these two gentlemen are languishing in jail. I called the State Department, I called the Congress people, I called everybody like that. I said, well, these are internal affairs. I said, yeah, but we are protecting the Saudi government. We are selling them arms. We are doing everything to maintain these people in power. And they are violating everything we stand for. And so, what is it we should do in this country? This is how I would title this conference, instead of what the human rights in Arab and Muslim countries, what Americans should know. It's what the Americans should do, not know. Americans in this room and this Congress, they know what's going on. What we should do is to have a bill that should pass in Congress that prohibit the implementation of the Sharia law, any aspect of the Sharia law, whether it's Islamic banking, whether it's Islamic compliant, whether it's Islamic anything. We should demand that all monies come to any institutions in this country should be made public. And we should demand, our Congress, our people here, should demand that any university in the United States that has a Middle East department, whether it's religious department or a Middle East study department, that university should insist something institution is established in a Saudi university to teach about Judaism, about Christianity, about heathens, about gays, about lesbians, about whatever. These are some of the things we should be doing. Simple, reciprocity they call it. This is what we should be doing here, and this is what I would like our informed speakers here to end up their speeches. What should we do? And these are the kinds of things we should do. I have been in Washington for so long, and so many of you have been in Washington so long. There is no one single institution in Washington, D.C., whether conservative like AAI or Heritage Foundation, or there is no single institution, think tank in Washington, D.C., that does not take money from the Saudis directly or indirectly. The biggest contributor to the American Enterprise Institute and the Heritage Foundation camouflage the multinational corporations, including the oil companies. Where does that money come from? Even though the philosophy of the organization is conservative and may not be, for sale, there are a lot of people in this organization who are. Washington Institute, for example. Okay? There are ones that are already, that's totally in the Saudi payroll. That's the Middle East Institute and Arab American Institute and CARE and all of these things. So we should have push for laws, bills in this country that expose all of these monies that come to these people, and what are we doing, or what are these people doing for the money they receive? Nobody's giving money. This their interests are shared by these things. Finally, I just want to mention a simple thing for you to think about. And this came out in this WikiLeaks revealed cables. The Saudis and other Arabs have been telling everybody that the rise against Americanism in the Arab world, increase in terrorism, Islamic extremism, is the result of the United States military involvement in Iraq and Afghanistan. And support for Israel. Those cables revealed to us the truth. Israel is not even a funny concern to the Arab regimes, and I have been saying this all my life. This is nothing new. That's how I met her. And Israel is not even, haven't been mentioned anywhere of concern to them. They are also, the Saudi king is saying we should invade Iran, not because of the nuclear weapons, because the nuclear weapons have no concern to these Shiites and these Arabs. It's not made for them, it's made for the infidels and the Israelis and everybody else. We should invade Iran, kill lots of Iranis, and then invade Lebanon, kill lots of Lebanese, just to protect the Saudi interest. Instead of Hezbollah in Iran, you will have a Wahhabi state. So what's better for the Jews, for example? You guys always talk about, what is better, Wahhabis or Shiite Iran? You guys get to make up your mind, right? And Iran, and this is so build to me, there's nothing more dangerous to anybody than Wahhabi ideology. Here, anywhere it is, the Jews in the Middle East, here, anywhere, it's deadliest than anything else. I mean, we know there are weapons of mass destruction the Iranians are doing. We should go and take them out. Somebody should take them out. I mean, if I were a Jew or Israeli and somebody said, I'm going to wipe you out, I'm not going to wait until somebody wiped me out. I'll do something about it. But I'm just saying, so if anti-Americanism and increase in terrorism and suicide bombers is the result of our military involvement in Iraq, why are they encouraging us to invade Iran and Lebanon? This is a question you folks want to think about. I'm writing about it. Thank you very much.